quality is more important than quantity. One home run is much better than two doubles. If anybody's going to make our products obsolete, I want it to be us. Sometimes, life is going to hit you in the head with a brick. Don't lose faith. My favorite things in life don't cost any money. It's really clear that the most precious resource we all have is time. It's better to be a pirate than to join the Navy. Be a yardstick of quality. Some people aren't used to an environment where excellence is expected. Being the richest man in the cemetery doesn't matter to me. Going to bed at night saying we've done something wonderful, that's what matters to me. I'm as proud of many of the things we haven't done as the things we have done. Innovation is saying no to 1,000 things. You can't just ask customers what they want and then try to give that to them. By the time you get it built, they'll want something new. Innovation distinguishes between a leader and a follower. The greatest thing is when you do put your heart and soul into something over an extended period of time, and it is worth it. Don't let the noise of others' opinions drown out your own inner voice. The people who are crazy enough to think they can change the world are the ones who do. I want to put a ding in the universe. Here's to the crazy ones, the misfits, the rebels, the troublemakers, the round pegs in the square holes, the ones who see things differently. They're not fond of rules. You can quote them, disagree with them, glorify or vilify them, but the only thing you can't do is ignore them because they change things. Have the courage to follow your heart and intuition. They somehow know what you truly want to become. Ultimately, it comes down to taste. It comes down to trying to expose yourself to the best things that humans have done and then try to bring those things into what you're doing. I don't really care about being right, I just care about success. I don't mind being wrong, and I'll admit that I'm wrong a lot. It doesn't really matter to me too much. What matters to me is that we do the right thing. We don't get a chance to do that many things, and everyone should be really excellent. Because this is our life. Life is brief, and then you die. And we've all chosen to do this with our lives. So it better be damn good. It better be worth it. Your time is limited, so don't waste it living someone else's life. Don't be trapped by dogma, which is living with the results of other people's thinking. For the past 33 years, I have looked in the mirror every morning and asked myself, if today were the last day of my life, would I want to do what I am about to do today? And whenever the answer has been no for too many days in a row, I know I need to change something. The amount of time you spend shopping and preparing and eating food is enormous. The amount of energy your body spends digesting the food in many cases exceeds the energy we get from the food. I end up not buying a lot of things because I find them ridiculous. You can't connect the dots looking forward, you can only connect them looking backward. So you have to trust that the dots will somehow connect in your future. You have to trust in something, your gut, destiny, life, karma, whatever. We think basically, you watch television to turn your brain off, and you work on your computer when you want to turn your brain on. Sometimes when you innovate, you make mistakes. It is best to admit them quickly and get on with improving your other innovations. I think if you do something and it turns out pretty good, then you should go do something else wonderful, not dwell on it for too long. Just figure out what's next. You always have to keep pushing to innovate. When you first start off trying to solve a problem, the first solutions you come up with are very complex, and most people stop there. But if you keep going and live with the problem and peel more layers of the onion off, you can oftentimes arrive at some very elegant and simple solutions. Life can be much broader once you discover one simple fact: everything around you that you call life was made up by people that were no smarter than you, and you can change it, you can influence it, you can build your own things that other people can use. I'm sorry, it's true. Having children really changes your view on these things. We're born, we live for a brief instant, and we die. It's been happening for a long time. Technology is not changing it much, if at all. Remembering that you are going to die is the best way I know to avoid the trap of thinking you have something to lose. You are already naked. There is no reason not to follow your heart. Your work is going to fill a large part of your life, and the only way to be truly satisfied is to do what you believe is great work. And the only way to do great work is to love what you do. If you haven't found it yet, keep looking. Don't settle. It's really hard to design products by focus groups. A lot of times, people don't know what they want until you show it to them. Making an insanely great product has a lot to do with the process of making the product, how you learn things, and adopt new ideas and throw out old ideas. But, yeah, the people who made Mac are sort of on the edge. But then, the rewarding thing isn't merely to start a company or to take it public. It's like when you're a parent. Although the birth experience is a miracle, what's truly rewarding is living with your child and helping him grow up. Design is not just what it looks like and feels like. Design is how it works. That's been one of my mantras: focus and simplicity. Simple can be harder than complex. You have to work hard to get your thinking clean to make it simple. Creativity is just connecting things. When you ask creative people how they did something, they feel a little guilty because they didn't really do it, they just saw something. It seemed obvious to them after a while.